No way, Sully already picked up that corn dog. Fish on! Oh, that's a big fish. What's going on, everybody? Nick from 618 Fishing here, and welcome back to another fishing adventure. In this episode, I am heading to one of my favorite spillways. It's almost 2 hours away, but there are some really, really nice fish living beneath this spillway. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch some. I've made it to the spillway, and unfortunately the water is high, muddy, and very stagnant. There's actually no water flowing over that spillway today, which I am very surprised by because we have had a ton of rain recently. Hopefully I'll still be able to catch some fish. Today's episode is going to be a continuation of the weird grocery store bait challenge. In this episode, we will be using a corn dog to try to catch a fish from beneath this spillway. I've been surprised by baits in the past. I honestly don't know how well this is going to do, but we're gonna give it a try. Along with these corn dogs, I also brought some night crawlers and a pork steak. I've actually had some really good results with pork steak in this exact spillway. I'm gonna start by tossing out a piece of corn dog and a piece of pork steak. For this first bait, I'm actually going to cut off the end of this corn dog. I'm going to try and leave the breading on there because I think that might attract some smaller bait fish, which in theory should attract some larger predatory fish that will eat the hot dog. On my other rod, I'm gonna rig up a piece of this pork steak. This pork steak has a very nice spoiled scent to it. It actually smells pretty disgusting, but that should help attract fish to it. All right, Sully picked up the corn dog. I'm gonna give him a second to eat because it was a big bait. All right, they still have it. Here we go, guys. Wish me luck. Oh, darn it. That was a good sign, but I missed the fish. All right, let's get another bait out there. Hopefully I get another chance. Fish on. Oh no. Darn, that was a decent gar. In case you guys were wondering, yes, I am currently trying to catch a silver carp using my landing net. All right guys, there's an albino one right in front of me. Oh, darn it. There we go, finally caught a fish, you guys. Hey, it's my first long nose of the year, awesome. These things are so hard to catch. See you later, buddy. That was a very exciting catch, not because of its size, but because that was the first long nose gar that I have caught in a very long time. Having said that, I have seen some absolute monsters out here today. Hopefully I'll be able to connect with one of those, but I am super pumped to have finally landed my first fish today. Oh my gosh, you guys, a big gar just picked up my bait. No, he dropped it. This is officially the worst day of fishing that I have had in quite some time. I was only able to catch that one fish today, the long nose gar. It's almost 8:30. I have a 2-hour drive back home. The first day of this adventure was a disaster. I'm heading to another location today. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch some nice fish using a corn dog. I've made it out to my fishing spot, and this water is looking a whole lot better than the water that was below that spillway. I'm feeling very optimistic. Let's get a piece of this corn dog out there to see if anything wants to pick it up. That's a really nice looking bait. Here we go. First cast. No way, I think something actually picked up the corn dog. Oh, yep, they're swimming off with it. Here we go, guys. Fish on. No way. Are you serious? Are you serious? No way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just caught a largemouth bass with a piece of a corn dog. You have got to be kidding. This has to be one of the craziest catches I've ever had. Definitely was not expecting to catch a largemouth bass, and this dude is actually pretty decent size. See you later, buddy. I still cannot believe that I just caught that largemouth bass using a piece of a corn dog. That is so crazy. I cannot wait to see what we catch next. This has to be one of the best smelling baits that I've ever used. I don't know if it tops the turkey leg, but this smells very good. And I think this outer breading is actually a very good fish attractor, which eventually brings in the big fish. Let's go ahead and rig up another piece and see what we can catch next. I am fishing the corn dog on a Carolina rig with a 7/0 circle hook. Here we go. All right, something's eating it. Yep, they're swimming off with it. That did not take long at all. Here we go. Fish on, fish on, fish on. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Another bass. 2 largemouth bass in a row with a piece of corn dog. I am in complete shock right now. See you later, buddy. I brought 2 corn dogs with me, and I have already gotten down to my last piece from the first one. Let's go ahead and rig it up and see what we can catch next. I was not expecting to catch not only 1, but 2 largemouth bass. It's been a while since I caught a fish with the corn dog, so I'm gonna try to catch a fish to use as live bait. Oh my gosh. Check out the size of this bluegill. He is a little bit too big to use as live bait. See you later, buddy. There we go. What do we got? Perfect. This is a pretty decent sized bluegill. Let's try using him as live bait. Check out the size of that bait. Hopefully a monster picks it up. Here we go. All right, guys, something picked up the bluegill. Here we go. There we go, fish on. Oh my gosh. Check this out, guys. The bluegill is still in his mouth. Look at that, barely fit in this guy's mouth. So I've caught largemouth bass today with corn dogs and with a live bluegill. See you later, buddy. Well, I still have my bait, so let's go ahead and toss it back out there. Oh, darn. They went way back into that tree. All right, I've only got 1 piece of corn dog left. We'll see if we can make it count. No way, something already picked up that corn dog. Fish on. No, it feels like I'm wrapped around something. Oh, he's still on there. Oh, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. And I am wrapped around something down there. Darn. I think he came off. That's unfortunate. That was by far the biggest fish of the day, and he picked up a corn dog. And that was my last piece of corn dog, of course. There we go. Finally caught another bluegill to use for live bait. This is a very serious sized bait. Hopefully it catches a serious monster. All right guys, something has that bluegill. Fish up. Oh my gosh. Nice fish, nice fish, nice fish, nice fish, nice fish. Holy smokes. Did you guys see that? Yes, there we go. Biggest fish of the day, guys. This is a really nice bass. He just ate that giant bluegill. See you later, buddy. Yes. It is safe to say that today's fishing adventure went a whole lot better than day one because I was actually able to catch some decent sized fish. Not only that, I caught 2 largemouth bass using a piece of a corn dog, which was very surprising. I'm disappointed that I lost that giant fish that picked up the corn dog, but overall I still had a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you left a thumbs up. Possibly think about subscribing if you haven't. I will catch you guys on the next one. Let's try tossing a corn dog back in there. Holy, that was a horrible cast. Right into the bush.